All right, Meow. Hope you all are doing well on this fine Wednesday. We did indeed get a bit of weather that messed up real life a bit, but thankfully I was still able to get my groceries and stream wasn't affected. We are going to do several blood moon to get more blood orb plus water thanks to Calamity. You can use that to make any potion you want. So I'm going to prioritize the potions that are a pain to make in terms of harvesting material, etc. Once I feel like I have enough of them, we're going to finish off the last two pillars. That's Nebula and Solar respectively. That'll summon Moonlord, and we're gonna try to kill / farm the Moonlord. That way I don't have to go through the Lunatic Cultists over and over again, unless for some really weird reason I need like a bunch of one vortex fragment, you know, one of the pillar fragments. Vortex would be the greenish blue one, whereas Stardust is blue. I hope everyone is doing well as they can on their Wednesday, day 3 of our premieres regime. Not a fan. I hate it here, but I can't just up and leave. Per usual, Palace Cats, as they are adorable. Let's plug the thing. For anyone who doesn't know, I play Pokemon Radical Red monotypes, and the palette cleanser has been Terraria Calamity mod. We'll be picking up where we left off with Mono Ground when we come back to Radical Red on Meow Day. That's going to be every Monday through Thursday, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. All right, we are almost good to go for real, not for play. And I hope everyone is thriving, or as close as that to that they can be. All right, very good. So we'll shift it to be nighttime, then we'll trigger our blood moon. And we also have a battle potion, so more mobs. I'm sticking with the bow because it has unlimited ammo. I want to save my chlorophyte for the actual Moonlord fight. I'm hoping that between battle potions and water candles that a good amount of the blood orbs can be farmed, because you need 10 to make one potion. There's also fishing you can do in the blood moon, but I'm not overly keen on fishing, so I won't be bothering. I went through fishing once in vanilla, and it felt really bad until you basically had all the fishing items, so it was not something I really want to bother with this time, you know? Even though I do know people that love to fish because they find it soothing, etc., couldn't be me. You need to drink some water. It's very important to stay hydrated, so we're going to do that right now. All right, much better. And then we'll go out periodically. Pizza place, thank you for the lurk. I hope your week's going as well as it can, and that you'll have some good food. We'll go out periodically, because if too much loot accumulates, it will start to despawn. There you go. Yes. Way cool. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. I hope you, your family, etc. are thriving. So this is Calamity mod. It's an overhaul mod of Terraria. It makes it harder. What we have going on is a blood moon. It is a nighttime event where specific mobs will spawn and they have chances of dropping blood orbs. Blood orbs can be used to make potions. I want to fight a boss coming up, so having the blood orbs to make various potions that'll make the boss easier is the thing I want to do. I have a water candle which increases spawn rate. I have a battle potion which also increases spawn rate. I'm glad to hear you're doing all right. We're hanging in there. We had some weather. Thankfully, Mom wasn't mandated to work for 2 days straight, because sometimes that will happen with weather events and people calling off. Healthcare workers tend to be mandated on like a regular basis, and it really sucks because Thursday would have been her day off. So as you can see on the screen, this is the quote-unquote base I've built. You have all these tiny rooms for the NPCs, because various NPCs offer useful things like crafting gear, reforging gear, healing, buying specific items that are useful to make other recipes, change things in the world, etc. And because loot can despawn if there's too much of it, we periodically come out of safety to grab it. Yes, 2 Christmases ago, she got stuck at work for like 3 days straight because of the mandating and because of the weather. So I'm grateful it didn't happen this time. We also have a lava pit in this corner, because sometimes you can stand under it, which is why I made the tunnel, and the mobs will try to get to you, but they can't open the trap door, so they'll funnel into here. And then this is the map. These little pylons let you teleport if there's at least 2 people living in a house by it. So you have a jungle, you have like the ocean, you have some desert, you have the tundra. This is bonus hell, known as the crag. This is an acid ocean that goes really deep into the abyss. Very spoopy. That is not in baseline Terraria. Banners, so you do more damage to the corresponding mob if they're in the AoE. The reason why we also have things like pixies, unicorns, and gastropods. I made a hollowed biome. Hollow is a biome that will spread and it spreads similar to like Corruption and Crimson, but Hallowed actually blocks Corruption. So while Hallowed is a dangerous biome, it's better than having Corruption spread, and then that will like spawn dangerous mobs that will interfere with your base. Yes, this is a large world. It can get even larger. A lot of people will play Terraria in a group. I like playing by myself because it lets me control all the things, and that way I don't have to be contingent on other people. You can also explore up. There's various planetoids, skylands, etc. In terms of progression, we need to fight the Moon Lord. That's the final boss in vanilla. There's 4 pylons that will spawn that you have to destroy their corresponding elements. The elements being Nebula, Vortex, Stardust, and Solar. We have 2 of those left. Then after a minute, because it wants to give you some level of prep time, Moonlord spawns. And we have a huge minecart track in the sky, so we can more or less kite him. That way I can have various damage accessories instead of needing like wings and movement boots. Dryad, she sells various nature things, seeds for plants, things that can cleanse corruption or even spread it. Not getting a lot of blood orbs, but I already have like 100, so it's not a huge deal. 10 and 1 water make potion. And there's some really useful potions for like boss fights. Way cool. Are you going to be streaming Radical Red tonight? There's some loot down here. Want to grab before it despawns completely. Awesome. I will make sure to check that out. Yumi, thank you for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. I caught some of your Yu-Gi-Oh stream last night. I am doing about as well as I can. I didn't get to have therapy because we had a fuck ton of snow and my therapist had to cancel, but I'm doing okay. We're currently working on a Blood Moon. Blood Moon is unique enemies spawn at night. They can drop useful items I need. Cosplay gamer Yumi, they often play Dead by Daylight, Pokemon, various Nuzlocks throughout the titles. They were playing Yu-Gi-Oh last night. Honestly, it wasn't that much snow, but I think it was like probably about a foot. The fact that strong winds, really cold for like people waiting to sit at the bus, so you know, it makes sense. Anyone who's also not familiar, Way Cool Jr., they play Pokemon Radical Red, which is a difficulty ROM hack of Fire Red. That's what I stream normally. They're trying to beat it as a randomized Nuzlocke. He's been doing it for a minute, and Lord willing, he'll eventually be able to beat the Nuzlocke. Yeah, if you aren't from the north, a foot is definitely a lot. It really depends also on like the time frame. A foot in like a day or so is not as scary as say a foot in a few hours, right? So then after this, we have 2 pillars to destroy. That'll let us summon the Moonlord. But for anyone who's not familiar, make sure to check out Cosplay Gamer Yumi and Way Cool Jr. 33 on Twitch. I mean, you have like 52 more attempts, Way Cool, before you do a non-randomized one, so you'll be fine. I was watching someone today, they were doing the rival battle at Nugget Bridge. They they thought Whirlwind the move was Tailwind, and when they realized it didn't work the way it was supposed to, it basically bricked their strat. But yeah, and no problem, don't worry about it. Because he was like, I'm misunderstanding what Whirlwind does, and I'm like, Whirlwind is reduced priority, it shifts enemy out, and he's like, oh, I thought it was Tailwind, and it's like, oh no. Yeah, he was running it back a bunch. Yes, there are a lot of things to keep track of in Rad Red. AI's constantly cheating. It's not ideal, especially in a Nuzlocke. Yet another reason why I'll never be Nuzlocking Rad Red. I am really not getting a lot of blood orbs. I may have to do like a pre-hard mode blood moon to try to farm her more efficiently, because only like 11 have dropped in total, and that's with a battle potion, a water candle, and almost a whole blood moon has gone by. The rainbow bricks are basically what if RGB was a building material. They will alternate through the various colors. They do look nice, but they're not special outside of the aesthetic, you know? Also, while we do have people here, I'm gonna pull up a few Palace Cat pictures. For anyone who isn't familiar, the Palace Cat is a wild cat that lives predominantly in Asia. Their bodies are round. They are also known as Meownwell. Monolization is a resource run by Roman Pavlov and Victoria. I do not know her last name. Pictures of Palace Cats, videos of Palace Cats, listings of zoos where Palace Cats are. They will sit on their tail to keep their peats warm. This is Nagomu. He is one of the kanji 4 that were born this year to Nar and Az at Kobe Animal Kingdom in Japan. You can see the peats, cute little tail, rock eyebrow. They have unique markings on their foreheads. One of the ones who passed away, Teru, it looked like she had a T on her forehead, and that was one of the ways that people could tell it was her. Sometimes they'll have a dent in the middle of their forehead. Other times it'll be somewhat rounded. Their ears are offset because there's not a lot of cover in the step, so it wouldn't make sense for the ears to be at the top of the head. Yeah, Nagomu definitely looks a little concerned or worried about something. Healthy whisker subsystem, cute little socks. They have a stripy tail. This is another one in Nagomu. He has his father's eyes. Nar has like golden amber eyes, whereas the mom's eyes are like a lighter greenish blue. And these were only taken a few days ago. The Aslings, or the Narloids, they were born, I think in May, and we started seeing them in June. Sadly, some of the litter has passed away. Nagomu, Otto, and May are still alive. Thank God for that. Sadly, since the father isn't around in the wild, he's more or less been by himself this whole time. And I hate that for Nar, because Nar probably misses his wife and Az probably misses her husband. Another one in Nagomu. He looks a little wise, absolutely adorable, cute, truly one of the Lord's finest creatures. We also have an ad break in about 10 seconds. You can always subscribe with your free Twitch Prime if you have an Amazon Prime subscription. Otherwise, please stay around for the ads. Grab a drink. We'll be back shortly. All right, Meow, the ad break is almost over. I hope everyone is doing well. Ads help Meownwell grow big and strong. VOD friends, lurkers, thank you for being here. I wouldn't be able to do any of this without you. The current manual on the screen, that's gonna be Otto. It's probably Oto. It's the she's the sister of Nagomu. Cat be flat, just laying on the ground. Also has her father's eyes. Got some big old meaty murder mitts. Got really nice whiskers protruding from the eyes. Cute little pink nose. Cheeto dust ring around the muzzle. They often have that. They also have the little like patch of white underneath their chin. And this is another one of auto. It probably says gullible on the ceiling. These were all taken within the past few days. So it's real nice getting fresh Palace Cat footage. And that's another reason why one needs to use the monetization resource. It has all the Palace Cat stuff you're going to need. And we love that for them. And then this is Sun Siang. This is the, I have to remember correctly. This is Dunzi. He is the Heavenly Emperor. He lives in Qinghai Tibet Plateau Wildlife Zoo. We don't often see a lot of the Chinese Palace Cats, especially since China be doing China things when it comes to social media. And you don't get to see them a lot because they're often on different platforms than are accessible in the US. But he's got a nice little house. He's a very gorgeous man. And he's only going to be 3 this year. So Lord willing, many long happy years of the Heavenly Emperor's life. Now we're going to go back to Terraria. Also, welcome back everyone. So let's sell a few of the things I know we don't need. Yeah, we did not get nearly enough blood orbs for my satisfaction. I can zoom back in now, though, that we're not trying to do an event. Zooming in, it makes it easy. Zooming out makes it easier to see everything going around, but obviously it makes everything much smaller on the screen. Okay, so let's see. That's a lot of pink gel. Pink gel's great because it lets you bounce. Alright, so let's take a gander at the vortex pillar. Hey Pizza, hope you're doing well. I appreciate the lurk. We just got back from looking at some Palace Cats before and after the ad break. We're gonna pop over to the snow pylon and deal with the Nebula pillar. I did not get nearly... Oh, gotcha. I hope the phone call went well, whether it was work related or something else. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm more than grateful that you're here. I'm trying to conserve my good ammo for the Moonlord fight. So for this, the pylon or the pillar, it'll be shielded. The shield depletes as you kill the corresponding mobs. Then once the shield is drained, then you can destroy it, and you have to do that 4 different times. I like to leave the solar pillar last because the crawlipedes reflect projectiles and that can fuck off. There, that's a bit better. Yes, Moonlord and Pillars is all still vanilla, but let me pull up the wiki real quick. So in terms of progression for Calamity, I'm going to show you all the bosses that are added. So in pre-hard mode, you have the Desert Scourge. Basically think, what if the Devourer was like a worm in the desert? You have Crabulon, which is a crab in the glowing mushroom biome. You have the Hive Mind, which is another mini boss in the Corruption. Perforator. It's a trio of fleshy worms you have to fight at the same time. Slime God is 3 different slime bosses all at once. That is fair. But my point is, yes, in Calamity, you still have all your vanilla bosses. But you have a lot of more bosses, more biomes, etc. There's at least 12 bosses after I beat Moonlord to fight in Calamity, whereas in vanilla, it's over after Moonlord. So, yes, there is some vanilla content still mixed in the game. Some stuff regarding the cultists were changed. For example, that summon that you can get from doing Stardust to Stardust Dragon, that was like nerfed into oblivion. And they probably like changed the HP and damage of various lunatic cultist mobs. I'm also about to die, so they very much did make it harder. I have almost 600 HP and 71 armor. I'm using the Plague Reaper set. That's from the it's a range set built from Necro armor. It lets you blind yourself to do a bunch more damage. The workaround for that is using homing ammo. I still haven't done all the events. Like, I still haven't done Deer Clops or the pump. I mean, yeah, Beetle armor is strong, just not for what I'm doing, that's all. I remember using the Beetle armor when I did play Terraria before. I mean, now we can actually damage the pillar. Oh, one thing they did change, they added an item called meld blobs, which are dropped by the mobs from the pillars, and those are used to build post Moon Lord items. And yes, my HP. This is also the Astral Blight. It's a new biome added by Calamity. Another thing I can show you is, let's see. Let's make sure we got them all, because I didn't farm these, technically. Okay. Let's zoom in a bit. I'm gonna fight one of the new bosses they added. Basically, a lot of people know that the golem in the temple's kind of a joke. If I can find it, there's a item I have that summons a harder version of it called the Ravager, and you use an Aztec death whistle to summon it. I just have to remember what box I put it in. This is probably gonna take a minute. Another one of the changes they made is boss summoning items are not consumable. So I don't have to be like, oh man, I want to fight X, but I need to make like 30 things of it to be able to summon it, you know? There it is. We will put that down. We're going to swap over to our... Oh, we already have it active. Okay, even better. So yeah, this is the... He's very angry. I accidentally clicked off. That was awkward. He has a floating head like Golem, but you can destroy it, which is kind of nice. But he also has like 115,000 HP, which is not nothing. In his second phase, he dramatically reduces your ability to fly. And he gets faster. Ah! Run away! My arrows turn into exploding bees that drop plague bombs in a video game. Ravager down. Let's see what we got out of that. I have been killing them a bunch, so I guess I will take the trophy. Provided we can find room for it. Oh, I guess we can put it down here. There we go. And we got one of his staves, which aren't bad, but it doesn't build into anything, so I won't be bothering to use it. It does drop a mini, like, loot chest, which drops crafting material. Yes, huzzah indeed. Let's see. Yeah, Hematomasis. Sadly, it doesn't build into anything. But, it summons blood geysers. So that's kind of neat. Okay, so we can get rid of that. Stellar Cannon isn't bad, but sadly it doesn't build into anything, so we are going to nix that. We can farm Astral Starblight Soot if we actually need it. We have enough Essence of Sunlight. I just wanted to make some room. Alright. He does drop a good weapon, the Realm Ravager. Thankfully, I was able to get that earlier. Alright, so then I need to do the Solar Pillar, but as soon as I destroy the Solar Pillar, Moonlord will be ready to spawn. So I'm going to start doing all the quote-unquote prep for Moonlord, aka grabbing the potions I need and having the weapon I plan on using. Also, a flamethrower that meows. I'm a big fan. It drops from a wall of flesh. Alright, so let's think about what I know we're gonna need. The flesh totem isn't bad, but I only have so many items slots, so we're not gonna bother with it. Alright, let's see. So we're gonna be using, let's see, where is it? Conference call. It's a reference to the conference call shotgun from Borderlands, which of course is a reference to conference calls where you ping all the people and talk in like a group situation. I'm gonna be using homing bullets to make sure all my bullets go where I need them to go. I think if all or most of them hit, it then spawns more bullets. So we'll be using that to actually kill the Moon Lord. Alright, let's find some of the other things I know we're gonna need. I don't want to waste all my buffs just in case I don't have a good setup on the first time I do the fight. So I'm going to use like some of my potions, just not all of them. Alright, let's see. 8% increased damage isn't bad, but I don't feel like losing like 7 flat defense. Alright, let's see. I need to find all my blood orbs because I do have a stack of them somewhere. These are some of the unique crafting materials that were added in Calamity. Sunlight, Elaeum, Havoc, they all correspond to various biomes. And then if you get Ashes of Calamity, you can make cores, which are then in turn used to craft even more things. I will be needing Blood Pact because it makes my potions do more and gives me more max HP. We can put the Blood Whistle, well, we can put the Death Whistle away shortly. I think I know where I put the Blood Orb. Or not. Let's try here first. No. Quick stack the stuff I know I don't need. Ah, there it is. It's in reagents. So that plus water will make me some really good potions. We're going to use it for the potions that would be like a pain in the ass to craft. We're gonna want Life Force. We're gonna want Iron Skin. We want... No, because I have a minecart. That's gonna be my movement speed. We're gonna use Milkshake. Not only does it bring boys to the yard, but it's major improvement for all stats. If I were to actively fight the Moon Lord during the Blood Moon, that wouldn't be bad. But losing 4% defense and losing flat 2 HP regen per second, not ideal. Just in case there's some like hearts that I need to pick up, we're not going to be doing knockback. What else? Luck potion, never hurts to have some luck. Like you were saying earlier, it's better to be lucky than good. Oh yeah, I need all the bottles of water. Right. There you go. Wait, where did I put them? Oh, they went here. Okay, we're fine then. Alright, so potions I know I'm gonna need. The life potions, I'm probably gonna need several attempts. Let's see what else. No. No. You know what? I'll make it. Oh, that's really expensive. No, I'm not gonna bother. Okay. So it seems like it's probably the same level of a luck buff. The only difference is the duration is longer. Alright, so we'll take a luck potion. No. I don't think Moonlord will be close enough for the up close damage to matter. We'll go ammo reservation, so I burn through less ammo. That stacks with any other percent ammo reduction powers. We want at least 3 life force potions. That's a max life 20% plus another max HP by 25%. So that's going to be almost 50% increased HP. And I'm at 550, so that'll probably put me at like 800 or something. Some endurance potions, that's a flat 10% damage reduction. Some iron skin for even more defense. Rage potion, wrath potion. We can put the shiver thorn away because I know I have more than enough somewhere else. We have an ad break in about 20 seconds. Grab a snack, grab some water, do some stretching if you need to. I'll still be here on the back end. If you have the ability to subscribe, that means you'd be able to bypass the ads, and I wouldn't say no to that. I will see you all shortly. Okay, so All right, we are almost back. I'm just gonna put some of the things away, and we're gonna get ready to make the push on the solar pillar so I can get Moonlord going. All right, so let's see. Quick stack, sort. I know there's an upgrade to these. I just have to remember what they are. Because 150 HP is nowhere near going to be enough as far as healing potions go. Let's see. Oh, I see. That's mildly annoying. All right, let's see what we can do with that. It requires one of each. That's not terrible. Like going from 150 to 200, that's like fine. But I don't love that it takes the fragments from the pillars. We can put this away for now. Okay, so Vortex Pillar, Stardust. Oh, I'm not even gonna be able to make them until I get what's it called? Solar. Let's see if that recipe was changed, because if so, then it'll be better. It'll be easier to get what I need. All right, let's see. Huh. So it might not be the case. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna have to not get hit a lot then instead. Which, I mean, I guess that's the way to do it, but still, you know, like, Let's see if we can find it this way. So, no, I am going to be stuck with those until I get a, what's it called? Until I take down the Moonlord. All right, so I don't love that, but we can make it work. All right. Okay, we're going to use... Which one do we want to go with? Oh yeah, in this they add alcohol and it gives specific buffs. So for example, vodka gives damage and crit, HP regen redux and defense down. Rum, it gives life regen and movement speed, defense down. If you drink more than 3, it'll give you alcohol poisoning and kill you. So that's kind of neat. I do like buffs that are trade-offs and such rather than just, oh, it's a buff across the board, you know? That way you can pick and choose what stats you want to go up and down. So there's like ones that do fire-based damage, debuff-based damage, accessory-based damage, magic damage, etc. Bloody Mary, for example, that's the one that does conditional damage during a blood moon. So we'll do that. There's also a drunk princess that sells all the alcohol, so that's neat. Alright, we'll put those away for now. Put that away for now. We can always get more rotten chunks. That's more or less a common drop from the corruption. We'll stick to this bow for now. We will be... Oh, I do need to reforge this. I totally forgot. I like to reforge for warding because it's flat defense. No problem, way cool. Thank you for stopping by. I'm gonna check out the stream later tonight and see how your run goes. Thank you for well wishes on the Moon Lord. Good luck on baby duty. May she not be using prankster and or flail. So yeah, we're gonna go warding on Blood Pact. That'll make my potions be more effective until I can get the super ones. We will be using Lunic Eye as well, because that will give me an opportunity to debuff the Moon Lord so I can get more damage. We'll be 100% using Charm of Mist or Potion cooldown. We won't need Angel Treads and we won't need Harpy Wings. So that will end up being Deadshot, Brooch, and the Blood Pact. Alright. Gonna grab all the other buffs. And I'm gonna try not to die a bunch to the Solar Pillar. That way I don't have to spend more time in that 1 minute they give you to prep for the Moon Lord. Alright, so that's basically, we'll go here. Then we'll just fly to the left. I think that's gonna be quicker. We do need to be careful though, because the crawlipedes from the Solar Pillar, they reflect projectiles, and I'm not overly tanky. But I don't have a melee set, so I'm not exactly in a great position to deal with the Solar Pillar, which is why I'm leaving it for last. Oh yeah, we need to zoom out a bit. This stuff be big scary. Okay, we're like halfway there. There we go. I 100% have to lock in for this. Oh, I know what I can do. I can farm the fragments to make the potions without destroying the pillar. So I will do that. All right. I totally forgot that that was an option. Like, I still have to destroy the pillar, but that's a way to get better healing potions for the fight that matters the most. VOD friends, lurkers, I hope you're enjoying the stream. I saved this pillar for last because the reflecting from crawlipedes is scary. Though Vortex did give me a harder time. I probably died like 6 or 7 times in that fight. Once we're past Moon Lord, a lot of stuff opens up. But we won't be doing much of that because we only have one more day of Terraria before we go back into Radical Red. So, chat, what was everyone up to today? Did you work? Did you have the day off? Was it a sick day? Was it a weather day? Those are the crawlipedes. Those are the ones that reflect projectiles. Do you have anything to look forward to for your weekend? It's going to be chill for me per usual, which honestly, that's a good thing. But they have been less exciting than I would like, so I'm probably gonna have to change it up, you know? Okay, so we can damage it, but we don't want to destroy it yet because I want to get better potions. There we go. Eel. And we did have some solar fragments, so we will be able to make the super potions instead. Not a lot, but some. All right, we can nix that. We can put that away for now. I also want to make the celestial sigil so I can summon Moonlord without having to do all the shenanigans for the lunatic cultists again, you know. So that was very much a priority. All right. Super potion. I don't have many, but that's absolutely what we'll be using for the Moonlord fight. Then I think once you get something from another boss, you can make them even better. And considering I'll have like about 700, 800 HP after I change a few items, I need as much flat HP to be recovered as possible from these things, you know? Hold on to that, hold on to that, hold on to all that, hold on to that, hold on to that. Just to make room, I'm gonna eat all these lemons. I'm some sort of lemon stealing whore. Though, when it comes to citrus, I do prefer lime to lemon. Okay, that's gonna be fine. Throw that away. The items that need to be changed right away as soon as the boss fight triggers is warding. Maybe also this. And then of course the blood pact. I won't need valor. I won't need wings, and I won't need boots because the minecart is my movement speed. All right, let's go back to the pillar and let's finish off this mob. This is about to get really spoopy for me. Not impending doom. I just want to grab these real quick before they all fall apart. All right, so we have basically a minute to apply all the buffs that I need. Conference call. What else? Endurance potion. All right, let's get up. This is terrifying. Here we go. I can't go too far because if I do, it will teleport to me. Outrun the laser? Or get hit by it. Never mind. Not ideal. That did more than I would have liked. I'm gonna heal. Alright, that was a terrible idea. So, conference call is good, but it doesn't have the range for me to effectively kite. So, I'm gonna... Oh, that is unpleasant. I'm gonna do it without all those buffs, and I'm gonna use probably... Oh, what is the weapon? Yeah, that did not go well. I really expected to have done more damage there. So we do have Megalodon. We're gonna use that. We do have the impending doom or whatever it's called, the sigil. Not what I wanted to do. Okay, I'm just gonna reset that one. So I'm gonna pop that when I'm actually on the tracks. It's been a minute, so I'm just gonna pretend all that was for content and totally on purpose. All right. Yeah, that was very not ideal. All right. I need to take out the arms, then I need to take out the head, and then the chest, I think. Not ideal, but we're not dead yet. Okay. Also, it sounds like monkey. Beep. I just need a few more seconds. All right, that's a bit better. Laser, not a fan. Oh boy. So yeah, I am gonna need all those buffs, it looks like. I'm gonna try it again with conference call and see if I can make it work. I feel like the Megalodon just isn't doing enough damage. I've done minecart setup before in Calamity, so I know it does technically work. Alright, so let's see. Okay, one hand down. Oh, that is unpleasant. I need my potion to come back up. It's not gonna be enough. Alright, so this is not ideal. Let me figure out what I'm missing. Aside from doing damage. Alright. This do be a doozy, but we knew it was gonna be difficult, so it's fine. Alright. Let's, what is that? Let me think it. Ah, milkshake, right. Milkshake and vodka. Very good. We also have an ad break in about a minute and a half. I'll try to save the next Moonlord attempt for after that. I can make Phantasm. Maybe I'll try with that instead. Let's see. No, I'll stick with Chlorophyte. It's homing, even if the range is not ideal. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. We're getting there. I'll think about that one. This still feels way too dicey, but we're gonna make it work. We just had the ad break. We'll take a quick breb, and then we'll get back to Moonlord. All right. All right, we are back. If this attempt doesn't work, I will try the Phantasm with the sprouting arrows. Each boss has several weapons that are recommended to fight it with. And this will be another proper attempt against the Moonlord with the conference call and chlorophyte bullets, so they have homing. All right. That laser's gonna hurt when it catches up. That's what I was afraid of. Let's do some kiting. Eel. Needed an eel. Big eel. Not big enough, but it'll do. Not great. This is not looking great. Oh, you hate to see it. I'm not gonna have enough HP. The cooldown, it's not gonna be done. Just a bit longer. Oh boy. I mean, we're getting there, but I am not confident in this attempt. I don't think I'm going to be able to live another 30 seconds to do my healing. I might, but I don't want to jinx it, you know. That was actually a good bit of damage. I might have it. I really don't want to jinx this run though. Ah. I need another 20 seconds to heal. I think we got it. Unless he does another big old beam laser, then I'm probably dead. All right, it's almost off cooldown. Yeah, nice. So it didn't go great, and I'm not confident in being able to like farm it, but that is Moonlord down. All right. Oh, that was spoopy. All right, let's see. Ah! Leave me alone! Alright, so Moonlord down. Let me amend the text while we're here. It was relatively anticlimactic. I'm constantly just running away in my minecart trying to do damage, and we did eventually whittle him down. Let me just change this because we are now past Moonlord, and subsequent Moonlords will be easier because I will have better gear, which is nice. But I used like all my good potions, so that's going to be an issue for sure. Post Moonlord. Awesome, love it. So that was like my third and final proper attempt. I don't have those potions anymore, feels bad. Let's see what we can do with this. It's not a bad weapon. We do have these. We don't need both. I am gonna hold on to the gravity orb, though I don't plan on using it. All right, let's see. The big thing is we are post Moonlord, so there's new ore that we can farm, etc. So that's very pog. And now I get a disembodied eyeball following me around. All right, so quick stack. We can definitely eat some coconut just to make room in my inventory for other things. Nom 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 nom. Okay. I did forget about the celestial onion. This gives me another slot for items, which is nice. Let's try to think this one out. What do I need for like normal purposes, right? That. That is considered, but I already have a flying. If I didn't have a flying mount, I would consider doing that. All right, let's see. We hold on to this because this will summon the Moonlord. Okay. We're gonna do the same thing with mango. I just want to make room for all my good potions that I have left. Nom 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 nom. I need these. We want to hold on to one of the Celebration Mark IIs because it is used to craft things. We don't need the Lizard power cells anymore. At least not those ones because I have a bunch somewhere else. Portal gun is neat. I've never really had much success trying to leverage it. Maybe I'm an idiot. I don't know. I'm not a mana user, so Last Prism isn't overly interesting. Let's put away some of my money. Okay. I can always get snow, and I don't need actually I'll keep the slush in case I need it for like a recipe. I don't feel like farming more slush, you know. Okay, yeah, luminite is useful. In fact, we can make some luminite bars, but once you beat Moonlord, a bunch of planetoids show up, and then they will have what's it called in it. So then now we want to start looking at post Moonlord. What armor sets do they recommend? You're not going to be able to see this because I'm looking at the wiki off screen. Okay, let's see. So, Dragon Folly, it's basically a giant dragonfly slash dragon creature. It's recommended to be one of the first post Moonlord fights. I have a arena that I was using in the jungle. So we're gonna go Vortex armor because that is the armor we want. We are still being, what's it called? Ranged. I need a lot of bars, and I need a lot of fragments, and I may not have enough. Okay, so let's think about this. I suppose at the very least, I'll see if the current pick I have can actually farm Luminite. This is a planetoid. There will be planetoids up here, and at their core, they'll have Luminite and other material I need. I don't need a sky glaze. All right, let's see. Lots of iron. So, not that iron's bad, but that's not what kids want in their cereal. So, it's Falcor from the Neverending Story. Iron is useful, train tracks, all sorts of things, heart lanterns. So it is fruitful to have a bunch, but I was hoping this would be Luminite. We'll check the rest of them and see. Okay, this is one of the ones I was talking about. Ah, okay. So that probably means I have to use some of my Luminite to harvest a actual Luminite. Thankfully, it does give us more Luminite, so basically spend some to make some, you know? All right. I do like drill, and because I want to save my vortex, we're gonna use a different fragment to make the mining tool. Okay. Stardust drill. We also want the Eye of Magnus. It's a debuff weapon that is basically an upgrade to the Runic Eye. Disseminator is basically a better version of Conference Call. I think I do need it for something, but I'm gonna hold off for Meow. We need to forge our Stardust drill into something that has a better property. Thankfully, with the mod that makes reforging better, instead of spamming it until you get the one you need, you can actively choose the best one, as long as you have the money. So that's really, really pog. All right. Initially, I was trying to have finished Moonlord by the end of this week. So finishing Moonlord today, it's basically gravy. Anything else after, you know. All right, here's hoping the drill is able to give me my Luminite now. Exodia. I love it. It reminds me of Yu-Gi-Oh! Hey, Yugi boy. I place my Blue Eyes Black Dragon in attack mode. Alright, so let's farm up a bunch of Luminite. And this is a godsend because normally you only get Luminite or Lumite from killing Moonlord. So by having a fuck ton of it from these planetoids means less farming of Moonlord. If there's drops for Moonlord I need, I'll still have to fight them, but subsequent fights are going to be easier because better gear, etc. I'm actually not even sure if I need the Exodia. I think I do to some point, but Luminite is what we need more than it because we need to make better armor and weapons. I also like how the Luminite looks. It's greenish red. It's like, what if Christmas was an ore, you know? Not bad. That's close to probably 250 bars because I think it's like 2 or 3. All right, let's go back. All right, let's see. Lunar Hook isn't bad, but it's not a huge priority compared to getting the Vortex armor. Oh, excuse me. All right, so 4. So I'll have 100 bars. That's not terrible, especially since multiple of those planetoids will spawn. So we want a full set of Vortex gear. That's the ranged gear, as it were. I've been using the same armor since Plaguebringer Goliath, which is pre-Moonlord. And then Vortex helmet. The set bonus of the Vortex is quite, not Vortex, of the Plague Reaper was good, but now we finally have post Moonlord gear, at least armor, so that will help. And it doesn't build into anything, so we can throw it away, which we're gonna do right meow. All right. Set bonus is stealth. That's fine. It does make you slower, but it also increases your offensive stats, so I guess it's fine. Let's make a bunch of iron while we're here. Burr. Very satisfying. Okay, let's see what else we need. What else is recommended for Dragon's Folly? Since that, or Dragon Folly, that's going to be the first boss we want to fight. So we have the Vortex Armor, we have the Asgard's Valor, we have Blood Pact. I do need to finish building Absorber. I think we can build that. I'm going to take a gander also at Deific Amulet. That's another one of those upgrades. That being said, I don't have Astral Bars yet. And you have to basically beat an astral version of the Destroyer, aka that giant worm. So I'm not looking forward to that in the slightest. Okay. What about weapons? Okay, weapon-wise, it really likes Elemental Blaster or Planetary Annihilation. Oh, I know what. Okay, I remember now. That's what it was. Because you can buy a paintball gun from the painter, and then it builds into a bunch of other stuff. So I had to remember that. Okay, let's see. I regret throwing away my mithril and orichalcum because I need those ore to go with my paintball gun. But alright, so we have a weapon we need to start crafting for Dragon Folly. That's going to be the next boss we fight. I may still have some mithril or orichalcum. If I don't, we can definitely find it. But ideally, I just happen to have some in my inventory somewhere, you know? I also need mollusk husk because that builds into something else. Let's do a quick stack. Quick stack. We can put that away for now. Don't need Titan glove. Okay, consumables, that's gonna be one of these. We can actually vendor that one we were using because we don't need it anymore. Slice of cake we already have, so we're just gonna give it back to her. All right. Trying to remember where I put the Tinker Forge. Oh, I know where I put it. In here. Okay, so what am I missing? I have to take a look at the old flow chart of how to make something. All right. Okay. We are going to continue to look for the mithril and orichalcum. If I don't have any, we can go farm some up real quick. It won't be super hard to find. It might just be a little tedious. Okay. And I know we need the crown jewel as well, so that's not too bad. Quick stack. Okay, depth cells, we do have some. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to go down into the earth and look for mithril and orichalcum. Malevolence is not a material, so we can also get rid of that now. All right, let's see. So we do have that now. I do need more of that. Okay. We're slowly getting there. Might have to go to the jungle to look for some. Oh, we just had an ad break. Fuck. I apologize. We will be back shortly. I did not notice. Alright, and we do be back. So I'm working on things I know I'm gonna need to build into various upgrades. I know I need more mollusk husk, which I believe I can go to the underground sea, which is beneath, oh, what is it called? Which is beneath the desert. Welcome back, everyone. We are now post-Moon Lord. I'm slowly putting together all the things that are recommended for Dragon Folly, which is some sort of dragon creature, and you fight it in the jungle. It's one of the first or second post-Moon Lord bosses that are recommended in the wiki. I have my Plantera. I already have an arena from when I fought Plantera, so at least half of it's done, you know? No. We do need that because it builds into something later. I know I have the paintball gun because I bought it earlier. And there's Orichalcomore, just not the bars. Okay. There's the paintball gun. So that's a good start, at least. I'm trying to think what it's called. Well, I know what it looks like. Well, yeah, I do know what it looks like. Okay. But the other one I don't have a bunch of. The Oral Light, I think. It's a, yes, this thing. Aurea cells, there we go. You know what? I will, I'll just put a heart lantern there for now. And then it's Star Blight Soot. I know I have some, I just don't remember which box it's in. Worst case scenario, just spend some time in the Astral and we get a bunch of it. It drops from like almost everything in the Astral corruption. Which is usually why I throw it away. So it is possible that I've thrown it all away because I'm like, oh, Lamau, I can just get more. And then I just not happen to have any. Alright. Yes, I think that's indeed what happened. Alright. Yes, that is indeed what happened. So we need to spend some time in the astral biome, and that will get us some of the things we need. We don't have all the stuff to make the absorber, which is a buffed version of something else that I could be using. So we can put some of the things that would be used to make it away. off to the soot, which is right here. So that won't take too long to farm up. I do also still have to kill the second boss here that lets you farm the ore, but it's a souped up version of the destroyer with I think like 200 something thousand HP. So I'm not keen to fight it, you know? It's like, oh boy, I would love to totally not fight this anytime soon, but I need to if I want to farm the ore. So it's gonna have to happen at some point. I only need about 20 of that. And as you can see, because I haven't done the thing I need to, I still take damage from it. The music is relatively soothing for the area, despite how not safe it is. The crag is actually the same way. It has what feels like the open to the old school James Bond music, James Bond movies. Is that 20? It is not. Oh, I also died here a bunch. That's why you see tombstones. But the area I was talking about. For how dangerous it is, I do like the music quite a bit here. Anything here we care about? Let's see. I do need counter scarf at some point, but I don't think I need it yet. Lunatic cultist outfit, it's relatively funny. But no, he does not sell anything of import, sadly. That is not... Neither of those are materials, so we don't need them. The mobs here are pretty funny though, too. Just some roly boys, you know? That explode. I have a lot of Essence of Havoc, so it's not a huge thing to be like, ZOMG, I need to farm this, you know? In fact, they recommend you come here more or less when you get into hard mode. Like relatively quick into hard mode. Alright, so yeah, we don't even need these. Let's pop back and make our thing that we were trying to do. Now that we have the stuff for it. Brain. Anvil, okay. So I was at the wrong crafting station. That's completely my fault. Wait, what am I missing? Crown jewel. Oh, it's 25 soot. I am how you say stupid. So let's address that. I need 4 more. I'm like, oh, I only need 20. It's like, no. I'm just gonna say I was pretending for content, obviously. And then this is the thing with the Titan Heart that summons the worm boss. But I'm not ready to fight it just yet. I accidentally summoned it when I was trying to summon the other one, and it made very quick work of me, and it made me look like an idiot, which obviously not great, unless it was for content, which it probably was. Okay, so Mithril Anvil. We also are probably gonna want to make more recall potions at some point. Infected Jewel, that was the thing we needed. It does build into something else. Also, being immune to the astral debuff does make that boss an easier fight. Okay. So now I need a bunch of orichalcum for my paintball gun. So we want to use a Spelunker potion. It'll show me the ore, kind of like an X-ray vision type scenario. We'll drop like halfway down. I also need more mollusk. That's from the underground sea, so we'll be getting that relatively soon. TM. Underground sea is pre-hard mode, I think, so it's not going to be a huge issue. All right, orichalcum or mithril, so green or pink, and we want to zoom out so it's easier to see. There's some orichalcum right down there. Oh, it takes you off your mount. Boo. 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 Alright. I suppose you need both hands to drill, so that would make sense, right? Oh no, Platebringer! I'm not ready! Okay, we're fine. I do need more chlorophyte because ammo. We can zoom in a little bit more. All right. Thankfully, the conference call is built in 50% ammo conservation, so it's not that bad when it comes to eating ammo. It also has a pretty slow fire rate, so that also makes it easier to not run out of ammo. Okay, that's probably enough. Okay, orichalcum. We'll put away the shadow key for now. I don't want to throw it away though. So yeah, speed blaster. We'll put that there. We'll go to the dungeon box. Well, diving box, that's also the dungeon box that has dungeon keys. And then speed blaster upgrades into elemental blaster. I need luminite, I need life alloy, and I need Galactica Singularity. Let's see how expensive that's gonna be to make. Oh, that's not terrible. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so... Okay. Oh, I do still need the bars, so we are gonna want to get more mithril / orichalcum. Okay. May as well make more chlorophyte bars while we're here too, because that's gonna feed into Oopsie Doopsie's more ammo. Which is why chlorophyte goes in the ammo box. I'm not a summoner, so we're gonna throw that away. I can always get more if I need it. Whenever I do a new playthrough, I'll be starting with magic storage, so my whatnot won't be nearly as fucked as it is now. Alright. Hold on to that for a boss fight. Anti-grav is always useful. Oh, I did have Orichalcum still. Okay. So let's make the Galactica Singularity. I need 5 of them. Where are you? Looks like a weird lightning bolt. Ah, there it is. Okay. No. Oh, it's at the anvil. Okay. Oh, and I need life alloy. Okay. Which I think I have enough life alloy in the diving box, because that's where some of it is. We do not have enough. Okay. So life alloy is cryo, scoria, and perennial. So perennial is, of course, the one we're missing. We also do need more cryonic. Let's see, life alloy. Yes, so we need a bunch more cryonic and a bunch more perennial. All right, so taking a gander. I might have cryo somewhere else. I don't want to have to farm a bunch of it though. All right, let's take a gander. New. It's blue ore with like shiny purple stuff, so it won't be too hard to find, you know? Not life alloy. I was like, yes, life alloy, and it's like, oh no, you're stupid. I'm like, ah, of course. And I know I don't have a bunch of spare perennial because I turned it on to chlorophyte for ammo. All right, off to the tundra we go. I need more cryonic ore. Thankfully, we do have a pylon there. cryonic slime. They drop the ore I need. I can also technically find it, but without a Spelunker potion active, that may prove to be difficult. Especially because it's a light blue and it blends in very well with the background. Oops, I did a bit of a drain the swamp. Did not intend to. I'm just looking around for my ore. I might have to go further. All right, that's silver, tin. Okay, what do I know I can get rid of? Lead, snow, ice. Okay. Lots of tin, not what we need. I'm gonna go back to base and grab a Spelunker potion so I can actually try to see the cryonic ore in the background. Okay. Let's go back to our this. All right. We're gonna have an ad break in about a minute and change. I'll try to warn everyone in time. That's lead. Very much felt like I got baited there. That's lead as well. From what I remember, it's actually awkward that lead's in here too, because lead and cryonic look relatively similar when the Spelunker potion is active. Like, that's 100% lead right there. Ow. Dart trap. Ad break is about the proc. Grab some water, grab a snack, do some stretching. The quest to find more cryonic ore will continue when we come back. Thank you for being here, everyone. Alright, Meow, we do be back from the ad break, and per tradition, more palace cats. Truly some of the Lord's finest creatures. Ever the classic. This is taken from a DocBox documentary. This was the, or it doesn't want to, okay. That was the body is round. I'm gonna pull it up on YouTube proper since my front end doesn't want to work. Can't have nice things, you know. So let's pull that up.
Over a kilo heavier. Adults with the fierce-looking face. The body is round with long, dense fur.
It sure is round. These are likely several Mongolian men who have captured this palace cat temporarily. They're gonna talk shit about it, and then they're gonna let him go.
Warning, no animals were hurt in the making of this.
Over a kilo.
I accidentally hit the next. That was awkward.
Heavier.
Only the best content on
Adults with the
Meownwell stream.
fierce-looking face. The body is round with long, dense fur.
Has to be round. That way they make for good cover in the step.
The team then releases the cat.
Doing a mlem, backing it up slowly, rounded ears, striations on the face, big old peats.
His little legs are...
No, long distance, sprinting, none of that is for him. The palace cat's an ambush predator. They live in burrows, warrens, holes in the ground. They try to close distance with stealth, use their tail to distract the prey, similar to other animals that will like use part of its body, like an anglerfish with the little dangly light bit.
designed for distance. After a short, high-speed dash, he stops to survey his surroundings.
And similar to a Tibetan fox, this palace cat looks like he's completely done with everything. Rounded eyes and pupils instead of the predatory slits that other cats have. But yeah, the body is round, and that was from Mesa. It's a clip taken from this documentary by DocBox. And we'll play this in its whole whatnot, in all its glory.
His little legs are designed for distance. After a short, high-speed dash, he stops to survey his surroundings.
The palace cat is threatened. There's less than 57,000 of them in the world. High infant mortality rate. Low population density. Mating season is only 1 day a year. It's really stacked against this cat, and I hate that.
He flattens and becomes motionless, with his back and front legs stretched out and chin on the snow.
He is rock.
On an open plain, there is nowhere to hide.
Exactly.
Lying low and still is the most effective form of protection.
Hiding in plain sight. Big brain cat.
The palace cat might be fierce, but it has enemies.
Yeah.
Eagles are their biggest threat, but even foxes would hunt a palace cat given the opportunity.
Oh, absolutely.
But the cat has a clever hiding strategy. An eagle passing overhead would never know this cat wasn't a rock.
Yeah, exactly. Like, look at it. Totally a rock, by the way. Stealth 100. Genius.
While most cats have triangular ears on top of their heads, the flat ear position of the palace cat allows them to blend in, just like a smooth boulder.
And then it will let itself be covered in
It's
snow.
the ultimate depiction of stealth. Its eyes are another special feature. A palace cat's eyes are placed relatively high up on a small forehead, allowing them to see better as snow builds up around them.
Yep. They didn't just wake up one
Once the
day and
palace
have
cat decides
eyes
to become
high
a
on
hawk,
the forehead for the fun of it,
It
you
may
know?
not move for a very long time.
But yes,
After a
truly
time,
remarkable.
and when it is deemed safe, he begins a low, slow crawl.
Low and slow, truly the life of the palace cat. And thankfully they have double the life expectancy that they would in the wild in captivity. So instead of an average of like 6 years and change, it's over 13. Also, I apologize for the offensive iconography. We're just gonna, you know, cancel that out. My YouTube recommendations, it's a lot of crime coverage, palace cats, and there's a fair amount of World War II stuff in there. I used to watch a lot of Drakkenfell. He does stuff on like boats, planes, more planes than anything else. Laser Pig, that's in the vein of like satire, military commentary. Let's see if we can find some of the cryo. I think that's oh, here's the cryo. Finally. Okay, I need to make room. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna farm up a bunch of the cryonic ore so I don't have to do this anytime soon again, you know? We'll do it like that, since slush is more valuable than ice. I do feel bad that I'm constantly destroying bodies of water for any of like the ice fish that live down here, but I really need my ore, so it's kind of like secondary, you know? And if that isn't a commentary on how man proceeds through Earth, basically just, I want this, and whatever gets in the way, oh no, what a shame. I don't know what is, you know? And I mean, I still need perennial, but perennial is a lot easier to farm. and it seems to be more popular than the cryonic in the sense that there's like a fuck ton of it, and I always have a bunch of perennial ore to the point that I turned lots of perennial ore into chlorophyte. I did need more recall, so that's fine. I have enough orichalcum for now. We'll get rid of this chest so I don't think it's something later on. Okay. Not a material. We'll put that there for now. We'll, we'll be fine. Tell me, what is random location? Oh, the jungle. Nice. And that's actually fruitful because I do need perennial ore. So... Oh, nice. It's a JoJo meme. Zawarudo or something like that. There you go. All right. So we can get rid of that because it's not a material we need. If something builds into something, it's usually will say material on it. All right. So that can go. We need these. We still need these. We can put the mining potions away. Make a bunch of cryonic ore, then we need to farm up a bunch of perennial. Okay, good. Thankfully, perennial ore is relatively easy to see. It looks like chlorophyte, but then someone spilled like a bunch of marinara on it. Because when you look at the bars, they're green with like a red flower on it. That way you can tell it's technically different than chlorophyte. Okay. Let's put that in ammo since it does make ammo. We'll put the luminite in there for now. Okay, yep, ammo. Let's do a sort. Okay, so jungle. And then we're gonna do a bit of a free fall to get to where there's some chlorophyte. We'll farm up, not chlorophyte, perennial. We'll farm that up, and then we can make the life alloy, which makes the next thing I needed. It's such a process, but that's part of the game, so it's fine, you know. Let's see if we can identify perennial on this. So that's chlorophyte. Also, oh no, B, aka Plaguebringer. It's more or less just a trash mob. Not being immune to its debuff does make the fight scarier, but we're fine. Alright. This stuff, that's perennial ore. Like I said, it looks like some marinara spilled on it. We're gonna farm up this cluster of it, and then we'll go back to what we were doing. Alright, alright. I don't need more plague cell canisters at the moment. the perennial ore is very plentiful. It's also about, it's either like pre-Plantera or post-Plantera. So the fact that they were able to take the ore and find a way for it to be used still is kind of nice. So it's not like irrelevant once you get past a certain point in the game, you know? And then you did the same thing with Scoria and the cryonic ore. Okay. That's probably enough, TBH. Alright, so that's gonna be all the ore we need. Then we can make life alloy. Then we can build the thing we need to build, which is very pog. Life alloy. Okay. Not that it's bad, but I don't need it right now. Okay, I'm trying to remember what I was building that needed all that life alloy. Oh, the speed blaster, right. All right. Elemental Blaster, it's the recommended weapon for Dragon Folly. It spews elemental damage and it does not consume ammo, which is incredibly useful. So we can close off some of the stuff I had opened for this weapon. Let me take a look also at the Astral Worm, because I do need it. I do need to fight it. The issue is more the fact that I don't know if I have a better version, good enough gear to actually kill it. Okay. Okay, Astrum Deus, that's fine. It's a giant worm. What do you recommend to use for this fight? We have the Elemental Blaster for the other fight, so we're good on that front at least. Astrum Deus. We do have the Infected Jewel to help us take less damage from the debuff. Okay. I could use Vortex Popper for this, and I do have a Vortex Popper technically. Let's see what else. Oh, I see. Can I actually make this though? Let's see. Okay, so Snowman Cannon. It drops from the Ice Queen event. It drops it from the Ice Queen during Frost Moon. So that's not happening. I think... let's see. This actually might be an answer. Oh, okay. So it's not a bad answer. It's more the fact that it is only good in the first phase. So I think we are going to do Vortex Popper for this fight. We do have a Vortex Popper around here somewhere. And we already have our Chlorophyte bullets. So we'll do that. All right, let's see. Scoria. Perennial. Cryonic. We don't need Mithril. I think before I do that fight, though, we are going to go to the Underground Sea. That would be this biome. I need more, what are they called? Mollusk husk to build something else useful. All right. We don't have any NPCs in the house there, so the portal technically doesn't work. I will address that at some point. Probably between tonight and tomorrow. I actually haven't been in the underground desert since pre-hard mode, so this will be interesting insofar as how dangerous it is. Alright. Unless like some new kind of mobs dropped, I'm really not expecting this to be that bad. I do also still need to fight the Torch God, but that's more of a you need to stay alive until all the torches are extinguished. And I don't know how I feel about that yet. You're dead, Lamau. The music in the underground desert, it's absolutely a bop as well, you know? Though it's about to change because we're diving into the underground sea. Very soothing music instead. We don't need amber. I don't have any of my aquatic gear, so I'm gonna have to come up for air periodically. But it's not a huge deal because I only need some of the mollusk. And that's John Giant Clam. He's a biggin. And he'll like teleport and then jump on top of you. He'll hit you with the clam jam, you know? Okay, good. I have more than enough mollusk husk. I don't need clamor, sadly. Get it? Clamor. It makes sense that the giant clam would drop a weapon called Clamor. That's probably all the mollusk husks we need for now. I might farm them again. We have an ad break in about 30 seconds. Grab a drink, grab a snack, do some stretching. VOD friends, lurkers, everyone who stopped by so far, thank you for doing so. I am working on putting all my VODs on YouTube. I've only put one on this week so far. I'm probably gonna get a few more put up since these predate the Terraria. It's gonna be a lot of the Radical Red monotypes. Same name as on Twitch. Alright, Meow, we do be back. That's a bunch of mollusk husk, which we needed for another item. A sea serpent decided to see what's up. No pun intended. Alright, we're good. Clamor rifle. It's neat, but sadly it doesn't build into anything, so we can throw that away. Throw it away. Okay, let's see. All right. It doesn't build into anything, so same as before. Poseidon does build into something, so we absolutely will hold on to that one. Brain. Mollusk husk. Okay. So... Vortex popper with chlorophyte. That's going to be one of our answers for this fight. Trying to see what else. Okay. We already have better armor. We have wings. We have the Angel Tread. We have the Asgard's Valor. I will be using the Infected Jewel because that's the thing that makes me immune to the debuff that the Astral Infection has. Okay. I think he can only be summoned at night. There was something else I wanted to look up. Okay. Angel treads plus any wings equals the celestial tracers. Okay. Oh, interesting. Huh. So technically the Celestial Tracer is an upgrade to Angel Treads. It does not inherit the bonuses from Rocket Boots or Harpy Wings, so I will not be building that. I almost got bamboozled. That would have been unpleasant. Okay, so first off, I'm gonna need more recall potions. I'm gonna need another dump tab at some point too. Then I will probably want to spend some time between streams making room in inventory for things and such. We do have a bewitching table. I don't need the furnace. I forget what this builds into, but I think I'll stick to the current armor I have. This boss will also probably take a few tries because it's a big long worm boy and it's harder than the other Astrum boss. And then it's Titan's Heart. I have to remember that. Because initially I used the Titan Heart thinking I would respawn Aureus, and then I spawned Deus, and it was like, oops. I don't think I need eutrophic sand. We'll need to clean this out as well. Hold on to the infected jewel. Alright, so let's see. Vortex Popper, that was the weapon we wanted to use, so we'll use that instead of conference call. I just have to remember what it looks like and where we put it. Just so I don't accidentally summon the Moon Lord. It actually might be in one of the top boxes. No. No. Unless it's in my... And it's not in the inventory already. I wanted to make sure I wasn't reusing myself, you know? We'll grab the star fruit. It'll probably take a few attempts, so I don't mind burning through all of it. It's only green rarity as far as the buff goes. Please move. Thank you. There's Vortex Popper. Okay. So we'll grab that. And that would be, we want to reforge. Thank you. There we go. Unreal. Big damage, better damage. What do I think we can get rid of realistically? Probably the Void of Extinction, because I need to put in Armored Infected Jewel. Actually, no. I'll do that instead of Radiant Ooze. That way we can keep the damage. Charm of Myths, so my potion comes off cooldown faster. Oh, excuse me. I think that'll probably be okay. We have our super potions. I know only one of them applies, but I may eat all of them. I like to be healthy, especially since in real life I'm not very healthy. Titan Heart, I believe it has to be night, so we'll get there. We'll do the Cosmodial and make it be nighttime. Vortex Popper. I'm hoping that because I'm fighting this boss after having beat Moon Lord and having gear post Moon Lord, that it's not going to be that bad, you know? Alright. Has to be nighttime. And then, alright. Let's put one of our buff weapons here. Alright. Here we go. It's happening. I'm not ready. Beep. It's a big boy. We're doing it though, for now. Eel. Ah. You need to avoid the head. Hitting the head does the most damage. The chance to not consume ammo, very nice. Ah, there's more of them. I forgot. I legit forgot. I'm like, oh, this is going well, and it's like, no, it's not. I'm gonna see if there's a trick to this. Or if I legit have to kill all three. So let's see. Alright. Okay. Huh, okay. So focus one of the worms and don't bother with the other. So, okay. That's not too bad then. I'm gonna work on the green one if I can. Ah, mines. I gotta watch out for that. Spoopy. Don't get stuck. Yeah, I'm just not fast enough with the air mount. That'll have to change at some point. The fact that they keep changing colors too is really annoying, because it does feel like I'm having to kill both of them, rather than only focusing on one of them. some healing, so I'm trying to not get hit as much. Okay. No, that was unpleasant. Oh, that's a no good. Well, that was unpleasant, but I definitely feel like I can do it. So, let's see. So I feel like that was doable, but the fact that they kept changing colors like that made it really hard for me to focus on only one of them. And there's definitely not enough time because I believe it is another one of the bosses that does enrage during during the sun. So what we'll end up doing instead is we'll fight Dragon Folly, and that will be next stream, aka tomorrow. And I won't bother trying to kill Astrum Aureus Astrum Deus anytime soon. Okay. I mean, I would need another Titan Heart. So if we're gonna do that, let's get another Titan Heart, and then I will give it another go. Let's see. Doggo! Oh no! Like, I feel like the flying mount wasn't a bad idea. I'm just too slow in it. So that wasn't really gonna help. I can definitely use some potions too. I was trying to do it without any of the big ones because I only have so many, you know? Okay, we got the Titan Heart, so we'll wait until it becomes daytime. Then I'll grab all my buffs, then we'll take them on again. Okay. Alright, so we have 2 of those. We're gonna grab Life Force. We're gonna grab Wrath. We're gonna grab Milkshake and Vodka. And Iron Skin. They are often hitting me, so there might be something to having the the fire potion, that when they're near you they take damage. Alright. So we need to make sure it's nighttime. We activate the longer lasting potions first. All right. And if I am able to do it, I'll farm it. That way I'm, you know, getting the most value out of my potions, especially the expensive ones. Okay, that's good. We need to make it be nighttime because we don't want to accidentally enrage it if it has an enrage timer. I want to go down here. Here it comes. All right. This definitely feels better, but I also have a ton of buffs, so I would hope so, you know? I still don't want to get careless, but this does feel like the damage is a lot better. So I'm grateful for that. Watch out for the mines. It's definitely a clusterfuck, that's for sure. We also have an ad break. We'll be right back. Oh, that's terrifying. Alright, Meow, we are almost back from the ad break. It triggered in the middle of the Astrum Deus fight. I knew that would be a thing, but I had to be like, oh shit, by the way. So, welcome back, everyone. Halfway through the Astrum Deus fight. I'm not sure where they are. My potion's likely on cooldown, so it's going to be tricky to recover from this, but I think we're okay. All right. Yeah, fuck that fight. The wiki's like, oh, you only have to kill one of them, but yeah, I very much had to kill both of them because fuck me. But that's done, and we love that for us. It's a lore thing, we don't care. I don't care. Alright. We want to make sure there's no loot I'm missing. That's actually a good way to capstone the stream. So, let's see. And now we can actually farm this ore, which is a nice touch. That was the whole point of doing that. I just want to make sure nothing dropped that I'm missing, so when I log out, I don't lose it, you know? Alright. Yep, so I would have missed something. That would have been very awkward. Alright, so on the second attempt proper, we did beat it. That's awesome. That means we'll have yet another upgrade path tomorrow if I need to go that route. VOD friends, lurkers, everyone who stopped by, such as Pizza Plays, Cosplay Gamer Yumi, Way Cool, thank you for doing so. I would not be here without you all. Lord willing, your streams and the rest of your week go well. Hang in there. We are going to get through this. It is going to be okay. As you know, I stream every 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Thursday. Starting next week, we're back on Radical Red. It'll be mono ground, it'll be mono ice, it'll be mono rock in that order. Then we'll come back to Terraria for a bit more. Once I'm done with Radical Red for real, not for play, I will have to find something else to play. I have quite a few games in my backlog. I have to suss out which one we want to go with. We are going to pay it forward, though, and find someone who's playing Terraria to raid. All right, very good. What do we see? Do we see someone actually playing it? What do we have? Maybe? They are playing a rogue. And I've always wanted to play as a rogue, but I always play by myself, so I never really thought I would bother, you know? They also have an ad break going, so let's see if we can find someone else. Oh, I know them. I've rated them before. We will do absolutely that. All right, let's see. Let's at least make sure they're active and it's not a commercial break for them as well. Okay, they are streaming and they've only been up for a bit. This is going to be Reverie 8. They are an Angel VTuber. I've rated them before, and let's send them some love. Take care, everyone. Thank you for being here. And I'm going to continue working on uploading my VODs to YouTube. I will see you all tomorrow, and if I don't see you again, have a good one. Take care. I see.